Up next, hold on. I lost my place. I got so excited. All right, so up next we have a company called Staffly. So we have Bjorn Ovik.
So I get the lucky spot between me and lunch. So anyways, I'm Bjorn Ovik, co-founder and CEO of Staffly. Staffly is revolutionizing the way that retailers work with their part-time help. We do this by W-2 employing our staffers, making it very easy for us to deploy them when a retailer needs our service. Retailers have a huge problem with staffing. They have a very high attrition rate. The guys that they do have don't show up for scheduled shifts. And lastly, retailers need to hire for peak hours, busy Saturday and Sundays. Their part-time workers aren't happy either. They want to work 25 hours a week on average. Going back to the retailer, they're staffing for peak hours, giving on average 10 to 15 hours of work a week. On top of that, they need a flexible schedule because they're balancing out other initiatives they have. It's not easy to find these jobs. This is where Staffly steps in. We efficiently connect qualified retail workers with the retailers. So how does this work? It's simple. Retailer sets up their account and goes into Staffly, either through their desktop or mobile device, and does a targeted search based on skills that they're looking for, as well as staffer availability. The retailer knows that Staffly has already pre-vetted our staffers for retail work, and we've also done an extensive criminal background check. Now, they just need to look at finding the right fit for their store. They have the opportunity to book an orientation of the store to get them up and running in their operations, or they can go ahead and book them for a shift. Our clients today use about 50% do orientations. Others just have people come in and they can train them quickly. So what are we doing? We're enabling retailers to expand their part-time help. Now they're staffing for those peak hours with Staffly. On the staffer side, we're giving them the hours that they need by deploying them on average to 2 or 3 retailers every week. And it's not me up here just telling you about this great idea. We've actually launched a pilot in March in San Francisco, and we've recognized triple-digit growth month over month, working over 5,700 hours last month. It's been very exciting to watch grow. It's simple. Retailers paid $19 an hour. And if you do the math, this is actually cheaper for them, more cost efficient for them to hire their part-time labor through Staffly. Staffly is the better way to work for the 15 million retail workers and 4 million retailers here in the United States. Thanks.
Thank you, Bjorn. Judges?
What are the unit economics? What do you pay your retail workers?
Yeah, it depends on the market. So every market has different minimum wage laws. In San Francisco, minimum wage right now is $12.25. It's going up to $15. We pay above minimum wage. We're at $13 an hour right now. As far as our profit, today we have a 25% margin built in to that $19 an hour, and that's actually going to go up. Our first initiative was to make sure we have retailer market fit, and we do. They need us, they're using us, they have no other alternatives for staffing, and we're that answer. Now we get to dial in our revenues and profitability.
How quickly are you rolling this out? Are you going city by city, locale by locale? Or is this a nationwide launch?
Yeah, the first 6 months was about market fit, understanding the best way and most efficient way to recruit staffers, as well as get out and start selling to businesses. What we want to do Q1 of next year is launch a second market, then go out and raise a big Series A and go nationwide. We've identified 11 markets in the US where we can grow this business to over $1 billion business by providing retail staff.
What is your moat? There's like 1 million companies doing this.
Yep.
So what is your moat?
Actually, there's no other companies doing this today.
Yes, there is.
Our moat today is, one, we have a very efficient way to screen quality staff. These are the jobs that our staffers want. Number two, we're now that we've learned about retail operations and what they're doing from a scheduling perspective, we're going to be building out some solutions to get us in there. The third piece and most important piece is retailers are building relationships with our staffers. Our staffers are going to be on our team anywhere from 2 to 4 years. They're going to keep using those people instead of going to somebody new.
What retailers are using it? Sorry.
Yeah. So we've signed about 60 retailers in San Francisco, everywhere from Cole Hardware. It's a large Ace franchise. They have over 250 employees. Sports Basement. We also work with startups. We staffed the complete ModCloth pop-up store in San Francisco for their 7-month duration. We work with Ministry of Supply in their pop-up. And we also work with high-end boutiques in San Francisco. So we recruit for 3 characteristics. The ability to communicate, the ability to be adaptable, and lastly, reliable. If you have those characteristics, there's a retail job for you if you want to work in retail, and we put them in those jobs.
I actually also really like the space, and I know there are a lot of startups, but there's really no winner, so I still think you have a really good chance at this. So, in talking to retailers, like I found that the issue is access to people, but the bigger issue is predicting demand and foot traffic. And the other issue is a lot of the scheduling software is super antiquated, meaning somebody coming out of college who wants to want a part-time job, wants to use their phone to schedule, but they can't. Are you thinking about integrating with either sort of the more novel scheduling platforms and or the more predictive foot traffic like the Nomi, Euclid, things like that?
Both. We're opening up our APIs to plug into those. We also see opportunity in the mid-market and long tail. Today they're using Microsoft scheduling tool, Excel. They're using whiteboards to do their scheduling. There's opportunity to roll that out to the long tail, opening up opportunity for Staffly to plug in when they need us.
Who handles the EPLI insurance?
We do.
That's expensive to scale.
It isn't too bad. We have coverage today. We have 3 different $1 million bonds covering 750 staffers. Costs $16,000 a year for that. So it's not bad.
I didn't hear any big retailers. Are there any big retailers in the offing that you're going to sign? Or
yeah, we're just getting going. We're having conversations with one of the largest QSRs in the world, as well as one of the biggest retail brands in the world to do this. Again, we needed to make sure that we can recruit quality staff. We can do that. We turn away 90% of our applicants today looking for those 3 skills. The other thing is we need to make sure we had a platform where we could easily connect them. Now that we have that, we know we can do that, now we can take this up market.
What would prevent a retailer from just using you to vet and find great staff members and then have them start working and you're like, want to work here full time?
Yeah, so number one, we support our retailers, and if they want to convert our staffers to permanent, we support that. We make up some of that revenue. Number 2, though, we've had 5 staffers convert. 3 of them weren't getting the hours that they needed and actually came back, left that full-time role or part-time role with the retailer and came back to us because we're able to deliver that to them. This is a better solution for retailers to fill demand staffing on Saturday, Sundays, and that's what we're doing.
One of the most expensive. Go ahead, sorry.
I'm sorry. Is there a bounty if they convert to the
Yeah,
retailer?
there is.
One of the most expensive costs for training an employee is just the training cost. I mean, it's estimated as like 1 time their salary is what it costs to train an employee at pretty much any level. Mm-hmm. So why would they're investing a lot into these employees only for them to be temporary. Do you have any processes to help with the onboarding process in terms of education?
Yeah, absolutely. So number 1, Cole Hardware I'll use. It's an Ace franchise. It takes them 15 minutes to train somebody on their point of sale system. It's really quick. That's all the way to processing a return and a gift card. Super simple. It takes another 20 minutes for somebody to sit down and watch a video of how to treat a customer. Now they have somebody that can stick behind the counter and take their more tenured people and put them out on the floor. As they continue to develop that